Here we go. YouTube, Ant-Man Moto here, and I'm coming to you from Motoplex in Douglasville. The Motoplex, but it's actually Southeast Motorcycle. Georgia, and it's right across from Freewheeling Power Sports. If you look it up, the address is below, and on my map it didn't come up. It will just come up like kind of, it'll put you on this block, but it's right across from Freewheeling Power Sports. They've been there a long time, and it's directly across the street. So when you want to find Aprilias in Atlanta, this is where you come. These folks have taken good care of me for many years. I've owned a Tuono for 10 years now. Speaking of Tuonos, here is the latest and the last Tuonos made. Of course, you know my bike. It is a 2019 Tuono Factory Summit Attack. Basically a dream bike for me. It has a Gabbro tune on it, the Gabbro Flash through the T800 that you can get right here at Southeast Cycle. They offer the complete kit or complete equipment that you need to flash your bike with the Gabbro tune. With the tune, it's noticeably faster. It's like it unleashes the full potential of the V4 motor. The beauty about this new Tuono that we're now focused on, this is a 2023 Aprilia Tuono Factory in Time Attack Black, they call it. It's basically got the same motor as the last model, which is mine, but the electronics have been improved. Everything has been smoothed out and refined to where everything is seamless. Anybody who rides one of these new factories compared to the last iteration of the bike will tell you that it just feels smoother. It feels like butter. So they've really kind of tightened up the electronics. It has the EC2 suspension on it, electronic suspension, and you notice some styling differences. On this bike, don't really have any kind of finning right there. On this bike, it's a little more thought into the aerodynamics with some fins right here. The front, you have a larger screen, a 7-inch TFT display, where this one I believe is a 5-inch. The switch gear is a bit different. You see this here, and then you can see mine over here is more of like a joystick that toggles, and this one here has more of directional arrows. This new 2023 Tuono Factory has also been flashed with the Gabbro tune. So it has the Akrapovic exhaust. This exhaust, a lot of guys are moving away from this because it's too big. They think it's too big. But anybody who tunes these bikes will tell you that exhaust actually makes the best power for this bike. It gives you the right amount of back pressure, and it just allows the bike to perform at its best. The shorter exhausts look a certain way, kind of better, I guess. People are preferring them, but they don't make the optimum power for this bike. So if you want your bike to run the absolute best, absolutely as good as it can run, you've got to go with the Aprilia. And that's not me saying it, that's pretty much any tuner that tunes these bikes. This bike is a rocket ship out of the crate, but now it's an unlocked, unrestricted rocket ship. So let's quit talking, get on it, and let's see what we think. Is it awesome?
Yeah, I love it. Have fun. Let me know what you think of those roads.
All right, man. Here we go. We are about to set off. All right, start it up. A crank. It fires right up. The crew here is super cool, super helpful. Gosh, these bars feel so much narrower than my bars. All right, let's hit it. Okay, first thing I felt with just doing that is that the shifter is, the quick shifter's much smoother. This bike doesn't have mirrors, so you're gonna have to act like you're on track with this bad boy. Of course, I catch the full length light. Baby, it's got that power. It's got that power, and I can definitely feel the smoothness of this compared to my bike. As far as the shifting, brakes are great. I love these shorty levers. The CRG shorty levers, or I've got the longer levers, but I only brake with 2 fingers, and really with this bike, the way the brakes feel, all you need is 1 finger. 2 max. Whoops. When you're riding behind cars, it's best to stay where their wheels are instead of riding right dead center behind a car, because there's a dead squirrel or a piece of wood or something in the road, they're going to go right over it and you're going to run right into it. Just a little fun riding tip. What mode are we in here? We're in sport mode, so I think Gabbro says that is the mode that is the most tame, and if he thinks that's tame, then Gabbro is a sick puppy. That's hardly tame, but it's so smooth. Like this low speed power right now, I mean the low speed handling, it's so smooth. There's no on off like jerkiness going on. It's just as smooth as butter. One thing I like about this bike, it has a fuel gauge. See that right there? You can see how much fuel you have. That's pretty helpful. I've noticed with the Gabbro Tune that the fuel economy is actually better, and the fuel light doesn't come on till a bit later. I can just see cops parked all over the place here, so I'm gonna take it easy. Super easy to find neutral also. All right, I've got myself reoriented. I was having some issues with, I didn't put my ND filter on, and I think my nerves have just got the best of me. This is a real exciting day for me to ride the 2023 Aprilia Tuono Factory. This one has the tail tidy with these cool turn signals, LED turn signals on the back, a Kropovic exhaust. Of course, you know the changes from when this came out in 2021. This swing arm has been redesigned to make the back tire hook up better, like you needed it to hook up better, but that gives it better like adhesion to the ground. This is the Time Attack Black, and I love this little purple accent. It's just like the race teams. Green, white, and red Italian colors, because this bike is made in Knoll, Italy, at a little small factory called Aprilia. They've been around since 1948, right after World War II, and they started out making bicycles and scooters, and they eventually got into motorcycles. Hey, they started winning championship, and this is the winningest motorcycle in GP history, because it's so active in the 125 and 250 classes and dominated in the 90s. And guess who they surpassed? MV Agusta. It's true. And we're going to go down to Highway 5, where I hear there's some good riding for a bike like this. On-off throttle is so smooth, it's a dream. It's dreamlike how smooth this bike is. Okay, we got some good riding right here. Let's do it. Blood and oil. Woo! Oh my God! It's just gobs of power, man. My God, so good, so good. God. How many times have I said, oh my God? I own one of these and I'm blown away. The 2023 is just buttery smooth. It's amazing. Smooth power. And the power is just, it's just, oh. like the space shuttle taking off. Dear Lord. I think we found the world's best road for this bike. God, I wish I had this by my house. Gravel. This thing needs to have wheelie control off, guys. Brakes. I'm not going to mess with any of the settings. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Watch for gravel. This bike is so sure-footed. It really is. It's sure-footed. It just gives you loads of confidence. You just believe you're Alex Espargaro. You just believe you can do what he does. Put some gas in it. Oh my God, guys. Oh. So, I mean, they call them hyper nakeds for a reason, and I think the reason for that is because they're just hyper as hell. The only thing that you need worry about with a bike like this is your skill set. You can track this with absolutely no problem. It will absolutely decimate sport bikes at the track, no doubt. I would love to see Max Biaggi on one of these at Road Atlanta. He would just, these full-on Wera guys and guys with tire warmers and everything else. This bike, as it's equipped right now, you could take it, Max Biaggi could take it to Road Atlanta and smoke everybody. Yeah, I'm filling up their, I'm bringing their bike back full of gas because I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the honor of riding this machine. It is fast, it is fun, it is smooth, it is beautiful. I mean, look at that. And it could be yours. Southeast Cycle. So all you got to do is go to Southeast Cycle in Douglasville. Tell them Ant-Man Moto sent you. You could own one of these. Race bike MotoGP technology in your garage. And it's for sale. You could buy it and have it in your garage today. Look at that display. Such an improvement over the older one. Oh, AWC disabled. Oh, that's good. Let's see if we can get some wheelies in now that AWC has been disabled. So this right button right here underneath the starter, I thought it was a starter button, but it disables wheelie control. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep. Just coming back from gas, and we're going back to the shop. This road is great, man. I'm in 4th gear. Look at the torque. Down low in 4th, no issue at all. It's just a torque monster. These things make 90 foot-pounds of torque stock. Yep, we're clean. Just wanted to make sure my GoPro was clean. It's clean enough. Look at that. Look at that image. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at how badass that bike is. Can you see that? Of course. Get a glimpse of yourself in any window and you're going to be like, you're going to want to stop and look at yourself and check yourself out. It's a modern marvel of engineering. The only thing I could see you maybe having a gripe with is maybe your gas mileage, because I know the gas light comes on these things about 100 at 100 miles, maybe. With the Gabbro Tune it's a little longer, maybe 107 miles. And you pretty much need gas. By 120 miles you need to be getting gas. You know, and if somebody wants to like cruise long distances, you know, but then again, the way you ride it has a lot to do with it too. Like the way we were just riding this, I mean, we were gulping gas. Those giant throttle bodies were just wide open quite a bit back there. Maybe that's a gripe. Maybe somebody would say, I want a bigger windscreen. But what I find is the air is extremely calm with this smaller screen. When you start raising the screen up higher, it creates like turbulence around your helmet. If it's not directing the air up over your helmet, then like the top of the air goes right into your helmet, and it actually gives you a headache when you put a bigger screen on this. So, you know, with this little screen, you are up out of the turbulence. Your lower body is getting some wind protection, and your upper body is in nice calm air. So I don't know, I could get around the gripe about wind protection. I think it's, for what it's built to do, it's got the perfect amount of wind protection. Right now I'm just in a calm, smooth flow of air. It's very quiet in my helmet. And I mean, you can hear it. If I was getting whipped around, you'd hear it on the microphone. See that there? That's one of those Can-Ams, the BRP with a Rotax motor. The Can-Am Spyder has that BRP Rotax, and believe it or not, that's what these bikes used to have in them. Before they came out with the V4, they were Aprilia was outsourcing its motors to Rotax, which is based out of Austria, and they were the ones putting motors in the Falco and the Futura and the V-twin version of the Tuono. Great motor. The only problem that anybody ever had with those V-twin Tuono motors was the stator going out. That's long since been taken care of with Aprilia, and these modern V4s now that I guess they're building the motors in-house, they're super reliable. These things last. Reliability on these bikes are great. So, and we'll talk more with the mechanics when we get back about that and just get their view on the reliability of an Aprilia Tuono, and why, if you have a dealer within 5 hours of your house, it makes sense to get an Aprilia. You know, it's not throwing money into the wind and hoping that it doesn't blow away. It's money well spent. Aprilia's put a lot of money into research and development, and they're very active in racing. And Piaggio, who owns Aprilia, is the 4th largest motorcycle conglomerate in the world. Annually, they put out like 600,000 units annually. So, you know, Aprilia is under that Piaggio umbrella. So is Moto Guzzi. And there used to be a brand called La Verda, which was also an Italian brand you may have heard of. And they were bought up by Piaggio as well, along with Aprilia, because Aprilia had bought La Verda. Well, when Aprilia was purchased by Piaggio, they also got La Verda, and they've just kind of quietly killed off that brand. You know, they don't make them anymore. They don't. The name still exists and the brand still does exist, but it's kind of dormant. So if you have a La Verda, or you know somebody that has one, that's actually a Piaggio-owned company along with Aprilia. That used to be owned by Aprilia. That's a fun fact. Somebody was on the Googler last night. Woo! Is this my turn right here? I think this is it. Yep. And here we are at the Motoplex, Southeast Motorcycle. This is the staff. I'm not sure how they want me to park it, but I think I'm going to park it the way it was. And boom. Woo! Oh my God, that route was so good, bro.
So you took that post road and then.
Yep. And down to 5.
That turn, it's a right-hander.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh my God, it's like perfect for this bike. I just kept going back and forth. I was doing laps on that. In honor of you guys allowing me the honor of riding this bike, I filled it up with gas. So it's got 93 octane in there. I didn't put the cheap stuff because I wouldn't do you like that. Your background, I remember I met you one time. As a matter of fact, actually, you bought some tires for me as I was just going from shop to shop with tires.
Showed up at the duck shop.
The duck shop.
Well, name's Dale Clayton. Back in 2020, I went down to MMI, Motorcycle Mechanics Institute down in Orlando. I went through the Harley-Davidson program, and whenever I got close to graduating, they sent my application out to the local shops, and I had actually gotten a call at a Harley-Davidson dealership, and but I really didn't want to work at a Harley shop. And then Mark Sutton over at the Duck Shop, he reached out, wanted to know if I wanted to work on Ducatis and MV Agustas and Aprilias, and I was like, yeah, sure. He was willing to train me, and worked there for about half a year till they got bought out by WOW, and then I was over at WOW for a period of time, and then WOW ended up letting me go.
Really?
And then the day after I got let go from WOW, this shop opened up.
See, when one door closes,
another one opens.
That's the truth.
And I've been here since September, since pretty much right when their grand opening, and been working on Aprilias ever since, and it's a pretty good brand. I like them.
As a mechanic, what would you say as far as like they're owning one?
Owning one, it's not bad. They're not super, as far as like issues that I've ran into, there's really not been a whole lot. As far as like the RSV4s and the Tuono V4s, and even like the 660s, it's a newer platform. It's only been out for a couple of years, and there really hasn't been, like the first few years of the 660, yeah, there were a few issues, but they've pretty much ironed it out, and they're pretty solid. The one that I got up on my lift right now, I think the guy has like close to 20-something thousand miles on it.
That's what I'm talking about. I probably put about 5,000 miles a year on mine bike, and I've had zero issues.
As far as reliability concerns, I think they're pretty reliable engines as long as you keep up on the maintenance. Don't fall behind on any of that.
What do you think about Walmart oil?
Walmart oil? No.
It's like put some Motul in the thing.
Put some Motul in it.
Yeah.
You treat the motorcycle right, she'll treat you right. That's
beautifully said. You heard it here. This is a brand new RSV4. You can tell it's brand new because the mirrors are folded up. There is not a single mark on the tire from where it's been ridden or turned. It's just simply been rolled out of the storage area to out here. And look at that chain. It's got the preservative on it. A little bit of kerosene will get that right off. It's got the TFT display. Beautiful. Are you going for a test ride?
Yeah, going for a test ride.
He's going to test ride this brand new machine because they got to make sure they're right for when you come to the showroom and decide you want to take this home. It's ready. The bikes get ridden, they get fully serviced, they get fully checked out. These guys are masters at what they do, and they're passionate. Look. I mean, this isn't your average motorcycle shop where you just got guys can't wait to get off and go home. These guys are invested in what they do, and they're invested in these motorcycles, these Aprilia machines. Okay, you gotta say that again.
I don't know if it'll be the same.
I know it won't. It won't be the same. You said you've been in the military.
Yeah, so 7.5 years in the Air Force, and this is a love passion pursuit for me.
Yeah.
Like I get everything in one. So love motorcycles. It's the motorcycles. We get to go to the track. We get to go to the races. We get to meet the Aprilia team. We have a race day coming up on the 24th.
I can't wait. I'll be there. So do you have a lot of background in photography?
No, so about 2 years ago, I bought this camera. I had got it just to take some pictures of my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Got a different one to take pictures of my dogs, and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, he was actually in school for it, and we would just go to Road Atlanta and take pictures. So he taught me how to take pictures of bikes in motion, cars in motion at the Petit Le Mans. Yeah, I love it.
So at Southeast Cycle, will we be seeing your photography work, or when people go on to Southeast Cycle, are they going to be seeing your pictures of the bikes here?
Yes, sir. So all the pictures of the bikes, we're actually taking pictures of the new bikes, and then we just took updated pictures of the used bikes. So all those pictures will come from this camera. And then I have my camera bag over. I literally leave it here because I just love doing this. And when we go up to Road Atlanta, that's gonna come with us.
Oh man, this is gonna be awesome. Man, you see this? This is not like a regular motorcycle shop. This is a shop full of people with passion. And that's what the Aprilia brand is about, passion. See that? Those aren't just motorcycles. Those are like rolling works of art that people really put a lot of love into and care about. And even the guys that work on them. So I'm so stoked to be here, man. And talking with Tevin. Tevin, the man.
I got this exhaust secondhand. That's my track bike now.
Oh, this is, okay. Oh wow, it's got a Leo Vinci on it. So yeah, this is the shop.
This guy getting prepped. That's another time attack.
Okay.
This one's getting serviced.
That one's getting a service. That one is prepped. If you want to get your bike serviced, your Aprilia serviced, you have nothing to worry about in the Atlanta area. As you can see, this factory is in for full service. It's getting quite a bit of things done. Not a drop of oil is out of place or on the ground. The area is extremely clean. And that's how they check the valves. This guy's gonna be ready. That little factory in Knoll, Italy is pumping them out, ain't they? They ain't playing. 693 and 694 are here and being prepped for you. Sounds like a commercial, but it's true. Come on in and get one. Derick Williams here, and he was personally took care of my factory in Savannah. And right after I did that, guess where they opened a shop up at? Good old Atlanta. So this is Derick. You'll be seeing him or Adam, and they are the ones that bring us these machines. And yeah, I'm just super happy they're here. How's it been for you so far having this shop here?
Been busy. It's been a good store.
Yeah.
Glad to be here and be able to see the people we've been taking care of in Savannah, now locally.
That's the thing, is like the drive to Savannah. In a car or in a truck, it takes me about 4 hours to get there. Round trip to take the bike there, drop it off, come back, that's 8 hours. Then you got to go get it. It's not unheard of for people to travel 10 hours to go get their Aprilia service because the bike's that good. But if you're in the Atlanta area, this is just outside of Atlanta. How far is Atlanta from here? Maybe 20 minutes? 20? So they're 20 minutes west of Atlanta. 20 minutes west of Atlanta. Easy to get to and super cool people. And I just want to thank you for being here, Derick. I really appreciate you guys letting me ride the bike today too. It was awesome.
We'll have more.
They have more. Come get one. This is sounding like a commercial. All right, guys, and that pretty much wraps up the day here at Southeast Motorcycle. Just look for the Motoplex sign and you will be at the right place. If you can't find this place on your Google Maps or Waze, then just look up Freewheeling Power Sports. That dealership has been here a very long time and they are directly across the street. Come on and check it out. Check out Southeast Motorcycle. Check out the inventory they have here. They keep a good amount of brand new, ready to ride Aprilia motorcycles in the showroom. And if you need one, they can get it. They can handle all the service needs. I'm so excited I don't have to drive 4 hours anymore. I mean, having them right here is just, it's a dream for me. I can either ride the bike here and drop it off, or I can take it in a take it in my truck and drop it off. I'm home within the hour. If you live in the Atlanta area, it's a no-brainer. They're a good group of guys. They're a passionate group of guys. They are very serious about these motorcycles and taking care of them. You know, you heard Dale say he could have been working for Harley Davidson, but he decided to work for Aprilia. So, you know, quality guys, passionate guys. The owners are awesome, and the shop is like, it's just full of gold. It's just a little motorcycle shop tucked away over here in Douglasville that's full of golden nugget by the name of Aprilia and Moto Guzzi, and they also have a good used bike display. They've taken care of my Tuono needs for years, and now that they're here, I'm just super excited. And they asked me to do this video, so this is my first of hopefully many collaborations with them. I hope you enjoy it, and Aprilia is on the move, y'all. Don't sleep on Aprilia, because they're coming. Okay? Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching Ant-Man Moto. Peace. Later, Coleman.
See you, man.
Good to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody calls and says, I want an Aprilia,
That's right.
you're the guy.
That's right.
Coleman's who you'll be talking to. This gentleman right here. Look at those eyes, dreamy. It's been a long day. I'm exhausted. Oh. And it started like this, and it's gonna end this way. I feel like I need to ride this over at those roads